My husband infected me with STD, but blamed me for that. Although later I saw a Facebook post and found out that he led a double life. He has a different family and a child. I discovered my husband's infidelity in his double life thanks to a post on Facebook. My husband and I have been married for 10 years and have 2 children together. He travels often. I also want to say that about 8 months ago, I discovered that I was infected with an incurable STD. He blamed me for this, saying that I was the unfaithful one. Well, I was browsing Facebook in a mother's group. In that group, it is for help with children, to ask for donations, share experiences, and memes. A mother shared that she will give her husband a laxative tea so he wouldn't go to a soccer game the next day. It was all mockery and laughter in the comments of the posts and telling her to upgrade the result. I am a person who likes to read comments. Unfortunately, I saw a profile that had a photo on a woman with my husband. I started watching and apparently they got married civilly. My husband created another profile, but it has a different name and surname. I think that child has his false name because she uploaded a post when she went to register the child birth certificate and placed the full name there as if she was proud of it. I posted in the same group. Now they gave the option to post anonymously. Several gave me advice, and we deduced that possibly the other lady didn't know because of what she shared on her profile. I wrote to her and was surprised that the bitch didn't know that he was married. They have been married for 2 years and their baby is approximately 14 months old. Although they are not technically married, their marriage is not valid. I hired a lawyer. I took all the evidence and I'm in the divorce process. Since when I complained he preferred her, he left the house to live with her. Besides, he refuses to give alimony, claiming that he has another child to support, and that if he has to give alimony to my children, he will seek the minimum payment even he has to quit his job. How do I proceed with my life? I think I feel very limited in rebuilding my life because of the STD and my children. Sorry for my English, I'm not American. Leave the alimony and child support up to the lawyers and the judge. Just tell your lawyer what he said about quitting his job to avoid child support. Exactly, he's going to learn real quick that he is required to support his children just as much as she is. My husband were in and out of court with his ex because she thought she was within her rights to work only part-time. The judge didn't go with her only working 10 hours per week and impugn her income to reflect what she should be earning and then calculated the child support. The fact that this asshole went off and had another family while still married won't go well for him. That is considered marriage fraud, and it's illegal in many nations. Do as your attorney advises, they should know what is best for you to do in your circumstances. Yes, it's called potential to earn, and I think I will go ahead and have him charged with bigamy. It's against the law to marry 2 women, and the first marriage will be legitimate marriage. Should he legally marry her afterwards, the court will use both of their incomes to pay your alimony and child support. Make sure that you give a great detail of all that is required in your monthly expenses. Children growing and needing new shoes and clothes, medications, in flu season, field trips and birthday parties and children attend. Mark yourself for dry cleaning for work clothes even if you don't use it. Basically, show the COSTA that you both contribute to own monthly expenses. And childcare. Courts make the other parent pay for the childcare. If you go to school, he has to support you will do attend. So know all of your rights. Please make charges for bigamy. I'm sure your lawyer can handle that. Provide all social media and text messages. Stop talking with the husband so that you have everything documented. And don't say one dang word to him about anything to give him a clue about whatever you are doing. You'll be okay. Stand and all. There is a huge population of people in the world with a stand you may have. Seek these people out once you begin dating again. Disclose. But at the same point, you'll find your place without disease and feel okay. You know you can't see that, but it's how it is. You're also not the first woman who had someone leave their mark on you. I'm so sorry. Get a good lawyer. He should ask to Kurt to pay lawyer fees. Keep everything documented, everything, forever with him. Never trust him, even if he seems like the old guy you knew. Anticipate he will try to manipulate you again. He has been, and you didn't know it. This is a sad story. And honestly, quitting your job right before divorce will not go the way he thinks it will. Judge Aaron Dump. I hope your lawyer gets husband on bigamy. Was gonna say, isn't this also like fraud too? Your husband can shoot his mouth off all he likes. Doesn't mean what he says has only grounding in reality. Bigamy is a crime in most of the world. He has also been living under all assumed name, which I'm betting is on his youngest birth certificates. That's a whole lot of legal mess right there, and this will only bolster your case in court. In many jurisdictions, child support and alimony are separate. He will owe child support unless the final custody agreement is 50-50, or he's awarded more custody time than you. And even then, many jurisdictions will further child support only if both parties agree and or both parties have similar incomes. Alimony typically is for supporting a former spouse if one ex-partner was paying for a majority of the household expenses lifestyle. So if you were a stay-at-home mom, in most jurisdictions, you're qualified for alimony. His youngest child will not necessarily be factored into the divorce settlement, child support, or alimony. Just because he chooses to have two families doesn't negate his obligations to you and your children. And the youngest child and second wife are not parties to your divorce. Get a lawyer, stand firm, and take him to the cleaners. I will take him to the cleaners. I will tell his family and his friends, never protect a cheater. They often tell people you cheated to protect themselves. You gave him STI. I know when he accused you, it was his issue. Who does that to someone they love? No one. Then get up and take your life back. Work, make more money, even if it takes a while. Get some talk therapy to get over this. Then marry talk, dark and handsome and faithful. You know this is going to blow up. Did you talk to your lawyer about going after him for giving you an STD? He's a lowlife. Take him for all he's worth and let him quit his job. Also, is the STD popular enough that there are dating groups that you can join where the people already have it? Also, will medicine help keep it contained? I'm unsure the phrasing. Let the lawyers handle everything. This guy is scumbag. Don't be scared about having an STD and dating. If you look online, there is even specific websites for dating for people with STDs. It's very common and nothing you should be ashamed of. There is a whole community of people out there that share your same struggle. You can sue him for deception of identity. You can tell the judge he has been living two separate lives, and you can sue him for his property as well, as he had not only lied about his identity, but he had other assets outside of the marriage. Those he will have to pay you back because he spent money outside of the marriage. You can also press charges as he had given you an STD as a result of the affair. Never back down, never give up. My lawyer is taking care of that. He's supposed to give me 50% of everything. I think he bought her a car and was starting to pay for a house, so I guess I'm entitled to that too. Take him to the cleaners. He can quit his job. All he wants Kurt's left to see it and punish the act. Only take half the bank account and hire a pricey lawyer that you want him to pay for. Argue this is medication, but go all out. Bigamy, infidelity, child outside of the marriage. He hit the trifecta. That is marriage fraud. It's an offense in a lot of countries. What your lawyer tells you, they should know what to do in your situation best. If my husband gave me an STD and I will know full well it didn't come from me, I will have kicked him out of there. OP, what happened that he made you doubt yourself? I really don't know. I never found out about it, but when I went to the gynecologist, he explained it to me and I just let it go.